So now I'm going to go through the asset managers. I'll start with my textures here. I'll do a quick flyby. Just kind of going down. Yeah, I'm doing that thing that we were kind of talking about at the start of the quarter. I guess I discussed this then, but I didn't think it was user-friendly I still wanted to use error codes, I guess, for the assert, but I didn't want the user to have to deal with those. So it still returns a texture reference, but it checks the error code internally. So that's why the singleton call is a little bit bigger than usual. But yeah, it's a regular singleton. It's got the, singleton stuff. And I'm using a map. I'm using a map for all my guys. It's just a map of strings to whatever pointer it is. And it should be log n, because it's a binary search on the inside, and it just gets the default path. Yep. The searching is another find. Yeah, and so pretty much all the other guys are the same thing. I'll still just fly by them for you, but it's the same thing with the map of strings to pointers. The shader one has a default option, and in the default I just have these guys, and I'll show you in a second. I have these default shaders in the documentation right now. They have a weird name with flim at the beginning. Hopefully that'll dissuade any collisions with the names, but yeah, it's not perfect. Same thing with the map. Shaders, models, same sort of deal. The model does have a support method though. It's this get generate graphics object thing, so that if a model happens to have default textures, you can give it just the string key. I showed you earlier with the cottage that I did that, and it just goes in here and does a bunch of gunk in here. I didn't know this. Yeah, it's got well, I'll explain it. So it gets however many textures are default, similar to in the demo, except I didn't know how to do a constructor dynamically since the parameter is like in the middle here, so I just made it, I guess, kind of hard-coded. There's got to be a better way to do that, but I just did it like 20 minutes ago, so yeah, that's that. And there's, I guess, technically a default model. I don't know why I really did that, but well, I guess that's for the sprites. Okay. And then images. Same guy. Oh, yep, and everything's the same in there. Just make sure I got, yeah, documentation, right? Oh yeah, and I showed you the delete earlier with the managers, but that gets called in the unload resources in the game manager. And that stuff. So the documentation for these guys is in here. And it's just, here's the default shaders. Again, not the most elegant way to solve that problem, but at least it's addressed. And yeah, I don't know. There's a example of loading everything in here. So that's how I do that.